Hi everyone, welcome to the show. I've been meaning to do this podcast now for quite a while, but a few things considered, I decided to delay it a bit. Anyway, no guest today. It's just me gonna say a couple of things. Um, yeah, so here we are. Just started season two of our lockdown here in South Africa, and difficult time to be an aviator, that's for sure. Um, Particularly difficult time to be an aviator in South Africa. I see, looking at flight radar and all those images, still quite a few aircraft flying around Europe and North America, Asia as well, but South Africa very much on the quiet at this stage. But look, hopefully things come back to normal, and hopefully it comes back to normal soon. We need it. Um, yeah, obviously, difficult time for me personally. Um, been a pilot now at SA Express for almost 10 years, and yeah, we going through a difficult patch. Um, Not so sure what's going to happen, and I'm not going to go too much into it, but I would like to say a couple of things. Basically, and yeah, basically just about the wonderful group of people that I've met along the way flying at SA Express or SAX. Um, yeah, just my journey started in 2010. October 2010, I joined with a good mate of mine, a guy that's ended up becoming my best mate, in fact, old Ryan Perrock. And yeah, we got thrown into the deep end, as I'm sure most of you guys have when you started a new airline. A couple of weeks training in South Africa, and then off to for a month in Berlin to do our initial ratings on the CRJ. Um, yeah, what an awesome time that was. Just a real special introduction, I think, to airline flying. Um, it was I couldn't have asked for a better sim partner at that stage. I've actually been meaning for a while to do a specific podcast just on preparing for simulator training, and what to do, how to do it, how to go about it. But all of that is meaningless unless you've got the right guy or girl there with you to actually to do the training with. We were very lucky in that we were both on the same wavelength. We both needed the job, and we went there and worked our asses off. And it set us up nicely for ultimately what's been a fantastic career at SAX. Um, our instructor at the time, Reinhard Ishner, um, he, yeah, I'll never forget. We arrived in Berlin, and he came up to us and introduced himself and said, "Guys, I don't want you to think you are going to pass this course, because not everyone passes it. This course is not for everyone." And pretty much at that stage, myself and Ryan decided, well, we better go make sure we work hard at at this at this training. Um, However, that day, yeah, I think we put our bags down and then went and did a bit of a tour of the pubs in Berlin, which was yeah, which was just awesome. Anyway, yeah, sim training and that all went well, and then back to South Africa to start our line and dock flying, and become a line pilot at SAX on the CRJ. I'm sure the story, it's similar for a lot of people that have started at an airline. You tend to start, you get all your paperwork done, thrown in the deep end a bit with the training, and then it's off to sim. You got to go perform in the simulator, learn a whole bunch of new procedures and things like that, and then ultimately perform in your flight test, and yeah, then it's from there. It's just becoming a line pilot and making sure you fly to the standard of the CIA and the airline ultimately. But yeah, anyway, like I said, doing this podcast today, not for anything other than for the people at SACS and the wonderful group of guys and girls that we've worked with along the way. Just sorting my logbook out the other day and looking through all those flights. Um, it made me a bit teary eyed to reminisce and think about some of those flights, and particularly now looking like they will probably be our last flights flying together at SACS. But yeah, what a wonderful group of guys, and what a wonderful company it's been to work for. An awesome aeroplane to fly as well. Yeah, where are we now? Well, 10 years later, um, we we are sitting in this lockdown period. Um, SACS was grounded just before the lockdown. Not so sure if it's going to come out of the grounding or not, but that's neither here nor there. And we've got to look forward. What do we do? Where do we go? Difficult time now to start applying and putting applications in at various airlines around the world. Truth is, not many jobs around at this stage. Certainly not for expats and the like. But yeah, doesn't stop you from being an aviator. Um, I think one of the harsh realities of this whole episode has been how difficult it is to suddenly know that you're not going to be waking up at 3 in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning and arrive at work and fire up the aircraft and have that first cup of coffee on the plane. Some of those little things that maybe we took for granted are the things that certainly I tend to miss the most. Um, Spoke a lot about the guys that I've flown with, and the wonderful time we've had in the flight deck. But a word of mention to the wonderful cabin crew we have as well. The cabin crew at SA Express are on another planet when it comes to their service they give and the ability to put a smile on their face under the most extreme circumstances. Um, you could be 3-4 hours late, and the passengers would be getting off that aircraft, and they would be thanking the crew, the cabin crew, for an awesome flight. And you think to yourself, how on earth are those passengers still happy and content with being late? And ultimately, it was because of our cabin crew. I heard very easy for us in the flight deck. I know a lot of us pilots can relate to this when there's people boarding and they're already complaining and telling the crew how many flights they're going to miss, and connecting flights they're going to miss, and parties they're missing, meetings they're missing. And the cabin crew always handled that so well. I always thought, yeah, I don't know if I would handle that situation as well as they do. And as I said, they get off that aircraft and they're content with the flight, and that thanks goes out to the crew for that. But like I said, it's the little things that we miss. Arriving there early in the morning for your crew briefing. There's always a bit of banter in the morning and a few jokes backwards and forwards. Particularly us at SACS, we had the CRJ guys and the Dash guys, and there was always a bit of banter between the two fleets. And then it's on for your day's work, which we always did so professionally. I think that's one of the things that could also be taken for granted, is how professional the flight ops group kept things under the toughest, most extreme circumstances right up until the end. I'd go so far as to say that our flight ops group was punching way above its weight, and had a wonderful team led by very strong individuals as well. Um, it's such a pity now to look back at that and think, well, it just ended so suddenly. We never got to have that last flight, or that even that last beer at half flyers after your last flight to say thanks to everyone. It kind of ended a bit abruptly, and that's quite difficult to deal with. I think not only for me, but for a lot of the people that work there. The camaraderie between everyone was fantastic. So yeah, I just like to say thanks to all my friends at SACS, and my fellow colleagues, to the leaders that did everything they can at SACS right up, even up till now, are still working, doing whatever they can to try and bring to the attention of certainly our government and DPE what we can do, what we can achieve, because we can achieve a lot as an airline. We've got the infrastructure, we've got the expertise, we've got the knowledge, and we've got the determination to really achieve anything that gets thrown at us. And I hope something comes of it, and I'm holding thumbs. I know my fellow colleagues are as well. To Ian Finley, person responsible of flight ops, Phil Meredith, Saxba, all the guys, Paul Jordan, Alvan Meyer, Dave Dobson. Thanks so much, guys, for everything in the office there. Been awesome to work with you guys. Again, hope it's not the end. To all the guys and girls that I have basically come across in the office there as well. Such a good team. Everyone from the quality department through to commercial. What a fantastic bunch of guys and girls. And then all my mates are on the line. Better group of pilots to fly with, I don't think there is any. You guys were the best. To the cabin crew, I've mentioned you guys already. Awesome. What a fantastic team to fly with. And I'm going to miss those early morning coffees and teas. And to my special cabin crew friends along the way, Noni, Rabina, and Samantha, Hatoxi, Lazelle. There's a whole bunch of you. I can't mention everyone now, but thank you so much for everything. To my best mates there at the company, old Ryan and Gav and all you guys, Kobe, Rod, thanks for all your help and support along the way. And this is my little shout out to my SA Express colleagues. Thanks for listening. Tune in again soon. I'm going to have a lot more episodes coming. Haven't really felt like doing any, to be honest, under the circumstances, which is why I've been a bit quiet. But there will be some more episodes coming soon, and I'm certainly going to try and get some of my colleagues on as well, so we can have a chat and tell your story about your time at SACS or your aviation time. Thanks for listening, and good luck with the rest of the lockdown, and see you all soon. Cheers.